Jason Cundy on the Sports Bar last night made an observation about Liverpool, and there's a but here. Have a listen.
They're getting the job done without having to be brilliant. I still think there's another gear to come from Liverpool, but my gosh, are they not a bit dull to watch?
What do you mean?
I just watch Liverpool at the minute, and I've watched Klopp, and I've seen teams over the past years with Liverpool. They don't grip me. I'm sitting there watching them play tonight, and it's a bit pass.
Well, they're top of the league, mate. They're qualified.
No,
they're getting it done. They're efficient.
If you're talking to me about results and getting things done and the best team, I won't have that argument. What I'm saying is, I just find them dull.
Dull Liverpool, Danny. Dull.
Well, Jason's normally very good. He obviously had a late night the night before and, just flippantly said something off the top of his head. They're the top goal scorers in the Premier League, scored 50 goals, more than anyone else. They've got 3 players, the only team to have 3 players in the top 20 goal scorers, Gakpo, Diaz and Salah. So they're not relying on set plays, so that's not... How many goals they score in open play is ridiculous. If you just quickly go through December, I had to do this when I heard this because... They beat City at home 2-0, should have been 5. They battered them. They went to Newcastle and scored 3, and arguably one of the most entertaining games of the season in a 3-3 draw. They played 75 minutes against Fulham and scored 2 and went for the win and were dominating second half. Fulham were hanging on. They scored 6 at Spurs, 5 at West Ham, 3 at home to Leicester. It could have been 10. In December alone, they scored 24 goals in 8 games. Right? So if you move it forward to now, what he's talking about is a bad week against United and Tottenham, where they didn't play particularly well. Yes, the game last night was a little bit lethargic at times because it's a game they didn't have to win. They made a few changes. It's always going to be more relaxed. They played second half at Forest. In the Forest game, they completely battered Forest second half. The goalkeeper got man of the match. At Brentford, they had 37 shots. No team has ever gone away in the Premier League and had that many shots and dominated a game like that, ever. The numbers tell you that. They battered them. Absolutely battered them.
What's happened to Cundy?
He's just lost his head for a minute. But in Europe, his argument could be, they've been a little bit, they've been more, like parsimonious with their goals, if you like.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
they've been a little bit more stingy, yes. But they've still beaten the German champions, who nobody beats, 4-0 at home. And the Spanish champions battered them. But apparently that's because they had a few injuries and they scored 6 at Tottenham because it's Tottenham's fault because they're rubbish. It's ridiculous. I mean, they are... Which other supporter in the country gets better value for money than Liverpool fans?